Hello, I'm going to show you now how to format and change the appearance of a SmartArt diagram. So the first step is to click onto the diagram that you'd like to change, and what you'll notice is at the top, after in this particular copy of Word I've got here, after the Help tab, I get two new tabs, one called Design, one called Format, and can you see at the top it says SmartArt Tools. If I click away from the diagram, can you see they disappear? Now this layout kind of changes ever so slightly between versions, but the theme of it is whenever you click onto the SmartArt diagram, you will get a variety of different tabs will appear at the top, which will be to do with changing the appearance of the diagram. Now, what I've got here, I have two options. I've got one called Design and I've got one called Format. And now the rough idea of the two tabs is Design is generally speaking really about preset quick changes to the diagram en masse. Yeah, so you're not really going to control much about how it changes the diagram, but it's going to be really quick. Format is more about you want to specifically change an individual part of the diagram to a very specific color or a very specific shall we say outline of a border or whatever it is you might want to go for. So let's have a look at Design. And these really quick changes are quite good. In most cases can sort what you need to get done with the diagram. So I've mentioned this particular option when I was doing the diagram initially, but you've got an option here called Layout. You pick the part of the diagram that you want to change the layout for, and can you see I can very quickly and easily change the style, in this case of organization chart, that I want it to look like. Not every single diagram has this option. This is for more complex diagrams. Then going over here, can you see I've got this layout option? Now if I pop this down, these are all the SmartArt diagram types that are in the same, shall we say, category of SmartArt as the organization chart that I chose. Now some of them will look really good, some of them won't look so great when you try and apply it to your diagram. But the idea of this is, can you see it's the same? So if I pick the one that I'm currently on, starts with A at the top, I've got an assistant, then I've got B, C and D, and I've got B.1 and B.2 coming off B. If I now change it to this one, it's the same structure of hierarchy, but can you see now if I were to pick this one, I have the option of clicking onto these and going and browsing for a picture and putting it in there. If I go for this one, can you see this one is, rather than a box, it's a, can you see like a circle with the name of the item in it? And if I just pop this one down here and go for this one here, can you see this has actually rotated the diagram completely on its side, and also now the lines, rather than being sort of squared off, they're a direct line going there. But you'll notice it keeps the full structure of the diagram and just changes the layout. And again, if you'd have done this manually with just shapes, this would have taken forever to change the layout of the diagram, because you'd effectively have to redraw the diagram to do it, whereas this just automatically redoes it for you. Then going a bit further over, we've got change colours. Just pop that down. We've got different colours that we can go for, sort of presets. Pick the one you like and click on it. See the diagram changes. Then over here, can you see SmartArt styles? If I pop this down, there's a variety of different sort of outline types. And do you want it in 3D? Do you want it to almost be embossed or shadowed or flat? It's entirely up to you what you want to go for. And if you're not sure, can you see you can just hover over it and it gives you a bit of a preview of what it's going to look like before you can, before you select it. So it's a bit like a try before you buy. Then after that, so that's the Design tab. If I go to the Format tab, this is where you can do what you want to do. So rather than, formatting this diagram en masse, we're going to, in the Format tab, pick an individual element of the diagram. So in this case, I'll go for A, and then we can really go to town on just that part. So again, look, there's so many options. I won't be able to show you all of them, but can you see we've got these preset shape styles? So maybe I want A to be this black sort of shadowed box. Can you see it changes it? I changed my mind. Maybe I want to change the fill of that to be like, let's go for a slightly, like a darker grey. Shape outline. Can you see here? Maybe we want a yellow around that. Can you see it's very, very specific? You know, maybe I want the weight of the board around the edge of that to be really, really thick. So format is a completely different beast to design. You know, design is quick, boom, changed. Format is very much, I want to be very precise and I want to change something in a very particular way about that diagram. So one is very quick, one is a little bit more laborious, but you get exactly what you want. So that was a little bit about formatting a diagram, a SmartArt diagram, within Word.